Oops. Hey guys, let me know if you can see and hear me. Yes? Are we all good? Perfect. I'm going to be sewing on my sewing machine for a while, so it might be a little loud, but I'm almost done sewing. Hello, how is everyone doing? Are you going to Anthrocon? I'm not. I'm sorry. Love the hair. Thank you so much. I am going to Midwest Fur Fest. I will never miss Midwest Fur Fest. Any of the cons that I'd have to fly to are usually a no-go for me because flights are so expensive. But things I can drive to, like MFF and Furry Migration, I usually go to because I'm located in Minnesota. So anything in like the Midwest area I could go to. I'm so excited I'm going this year. It's my first time. Do you have any tips for me? Wow. It's been so long since my first furry convention. I don't even know. I just say find some friends to hang out with. If you don't have friends that are going, there are lots of groups you can like go to make friends with, like depending upon your interests and stuff like that and your age. Or you can make friends at panels and stuff like that. I remember at my first furry convention just like forgetting to eat because I was having too much fun. So don't forget to eat. What kind of blade do you use for shaving fur? I can't find a good one. I use, where is it? Here it is. I have this one that's from Wahl, or it's by Wahl. The brand is Wahl, WAHL. And this is actually just a really basic one you can get from Walmart. It wasn't that expensive. I want to say under $50, and it's been going for quite a few years now. It isn't usually gold. That's a sticker that's put on it. I think it's usually silver. But yeah, you don't need anything special for the shavers. Just gotta make sure you keep them oiled up, and they should run for quite a long time. How do you make a suit? Ugh. Well, well, you do this. Oops. This head is almost ready to glue on. I'm just kind of sewing up the last final things of the liner. This is the headliner and the inner mouth, and then the skin. Doesn't that look nice? And I'm also going to sew on the front of the ears. Yes, it's almost done. And then I can glue for you guys, which is a little more exciting than watching me sew. What are you guys saying? What foam do you use? I use upholstery foam. We have the same hairstyle. Nice. Might have a problem of my sewing machine not wanting to do what I need it to do. Let's try changing a needle. All right, hopefully this needle works better for me. Does not. Great. All right. What do I do? Okay. My sewing machine has been not cooperating lately. I think I need to get him tuned up, which I haven't done in quite a few years because he's been well behaved. I seem so happy as I'm like, sewing machine. Just wait a little bit more, I'll be throwing it out the window. Oh! 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 We may have it, ladies and gentlemen. We may have it. It's moderately working. There we go. This little piece goes right here. It's a little liner on the inside of the eye. Perfect. Now the other one, I'm going to throw this other needle away because it did not work. Wait. The Doberman head. I need to get him up for sale soon. He's really nice. Where do I get my fur? I get it from everywhere and anywhere. Online, in like physical stores, the fashion district in LA. I get it from a lot of places. Were you the one who made telephone? Yes, I am. Boom. All right, now I'm gonna sew the little eye sockets onto the inner lining here. So This goes like this. This piece goes like this. Putting these pattern pieces back together can be a bit of a puzzle, but you just gotta take your time and think things through. Hello from California. I was just in California about, how many weeks ago was that? 3 weeks ago now. There we go. Doesn't that look nice? All right, let's try and get this sewn. I should be doing homework, but I see Phoenix Nest. I scream. Don't let me distract you from your homework. Who inspired you to do what you do now, make fursuits? Definitely the like older fursuit makers, like Mixed Candy and One for All. Lacey. I'm trying to remember the names off the top of my head and having problems, but probably like Mixed Candy for sure, most of all. I do not know why my sewing machine is just like not having it lately. Your sewing machine scares me. The needle is so fast. Yeah, you get used to it. How long have you been making these? I've been making fursuits for over 10 years now. I am 25, maybe like 10 years, 10, something around 10 years. I started when I was like 15-ish, and I'm 25 now, so. I've been doing this for a long time. Got any tips for lower leg padding? For my like back of the calf line or padding, I sew it into the bodysuit so it doesn't fall out. Because I used to have it just tuck into the foot paw, but I found that people were like losing it because it was like falling out. So now I just sew it into the fur of the body, and yeah, it's been good since then. Because it's like small enough that you can just wash it with the padding still in there. Yeah. Okay, that should be it for the sewing machine. I know it's kind of loud. Do you like my fursuit? It's beautiful. It's just a skinned animal. What kind of fur did you use on the Doberman? The Doberman is amber shag or amber bunny shag, and then like the deep purple. It's called a few different things like mink or bear, but it's actually a discontinued color, and I'm looking for more of it. Actually, I need to find a source for more of it. And yeah, I'll be selling him. I'll definitely post on Twitter about it. So if you're interested in buying him, definitely follow my Twitter. That's where all the updates will be. What happened to your lip? I don't know if you're talking about the piercings or the color. The color is actually my birthmark. You can see I have a birthmark here and here. It goes kind of like all on my face. But I also have lip piercings. So. Yeah, I know the Fashion District had it at one point, and I'm so mad because, like I said, I was in LA. I was in California, but LA specifically 3 weeks ago, and I didn't go because I didn't know that it was discontinued and I couldn't find it anywhere. So I don't know. I need to find someone who's local there that can check if they still have it at the Fashion District. I'm so mad I didn't go. I was so close. I was literally in LA, and I was like, I don't need to go. What's your next con? My next con, Furry Migration. Yeah, Furry Migration will come before MFF. Yeah. Okay, I just need to sew up these little holes right here on the sides of the mouth, and then sew on the ears really quickly. And then I can glue it, which will be more exciting. Where are my needles? Needle. Where'd they go, Pearl? Why am I lost? Ah, here they are. What are all the fabrics you use? I use a lot. You're going to have to be more specific about what you're curious about, because I use a lot of different things. Pearl. Now she wants to go upstairs. Oh, it's actually, I thought the gate was up, but it's not, so she can go up there if she wants. What are you doing, girl? I need to teach Pearl to do the thing. She like puts her head on the. Will you do it? Do it. Oh, she did it a little bit. Do it. Come on, Pearl. No. No. A ref for my Sona, for Affinity, maybe. If you go on my website, she's like on the front page, if that's a good enough reference. Have your dogs ever been jealous of you paying attention to other things with fur and not them? Not so much. They only annoy me when it's time to eat, which it almost is, so Pearl will probably start annoying me soon. What's the hardest species you've ever made? I mean, angel dragons are tedious. They aren't really hard, but they have a lot of details, like horns and spikes and wings and feathers and stuff like that. But it isn't exactly hard. I would say something more like Raise, the dino dog, with his like really big tail that sticks straight out. That was more difficult because I kind of had to engineer a system that would allow the tail to have that much structure and be washable. So that was more difficult, I would say. This fur is so thick. I don't know if you can really tell, but it's very thick. How did you find the fandom? Well, when I was like 14 or something, 14-year-old angsty emo teenager, and I really liked My Chemical Romance. So I was looking at like My Chemical Romance videos and then like wolves in My Chemical Romance, probably like pictures of drawn wolves set to a slideshow of My Duke the German Shepherd, right? Yeah, he's a German Shepherd. he made a video of him and some other fursuiters like lip syncing to the Black Parade, and I was head over heels. I was instantly like, this is the best thing ever. I love it. I want one of those costumes. And then I like dove into videos from like Anthrocon and stuff like that. And then I've been here ever since. Yeah, the eyes in the background are Follow Me eyes, and they're just made of plastic and mesh that's painted. The white part is plastic, and then the like iris is a mesh that you see through. My website has lots of like dashes and stuff in it, but if you just Google the Phoenix Nest, I'll come up. So that's honestly the easiest way to get to my website. What do you think of Mugiwara's cosplay and her suits? I do not know who that is. I at least don't recognize their name. I'm sorry. Yeah, Duke has been around for a long time. And like the suit he has now that he's more known for is a newer version of that character. But there's an older suit that I just loved so much back in the day. So good. I usually machine sew this part, but my machine is being difficult. And the spur is really thick. So I have a feeling I would just get very frustrated. So I'm going to quickly hand sew it. Having rings does not work great for hand sewing. Ooh. What was your first suit and do you still have it? My first suit was, oof. It was, I can't even say it, I choke. Its name was Gray Star, and it was a wolf. I don't still have it. I threw it away. I don't even know where pictures of it are. I know at some point I had pictures of it, but they've just kind of been lost over the years. But it was very bad. Is it bad to hot glue seams on fursuit as long as they aren't released to the public? So you can totally glue your seams. I used to do that. You definitely don't have to, especially if you aren't doing commissions. If they're just for like you or your friends, or you're just doing like I'm learning commissions and you aren't charging a whole lot, it's totally fine to neatly glue your seams together. As long as it looks good, like there's no reason you have to sew them. Professional makers who charge a high price are going to be sewing their seams, but that's just because it's like expected when you're at a really high level and you're charging a lot. But like if you're just starting out, do not feel like you have to sew your seams, because if you're just figuring things out, like it can be a lot to have to sew everything together. And definitely like what I'm doing, where I'm sewing on the ears to the face, which also has the inner mouth and the inner lining. Like, this is way overboard. You guys do not need to do this. Pour one out for Graystar. Graystar seems like such a warrior cat's name, but I have legitimately never read a single Warrior Cats book. But correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't that sound like a Warrior Cats OC? I think you released some pics of it a while ago. You're probably thinking of Tara, which is one of my earlier suits, but she wasn't the first one. Tara was white and then like a tan brown, and then she had like purple fox markings and black ears. She wasn't my first. She was a couple after. How much do you think a Dutch Angel Dragon full body fursuit would be? Angel Dragons are really tedious, like I said, so they have a pretty high price tag. I would put that somewhere around 5,000 to 6,000 from me. Yes, I'm in the Warrior Cats fandom, and I can say I think I've seen a Graystar or two. Okay. I just sew the front of the ear on ahead of time, because I leave the back open. But that's just one less thing I need to sew afterwards. And this guy has floppy ears. So if I can get this turned. Oh, actually, I thought I put weights in these and I haven't yet. So I'm glad I noticed that. For floppy ears, I'll put little weights in the tip of the ear so they like flop over. How old were you when you made your first suit? I was like 15-ish. Why are you sending periods? What the heck is happening? Here we go. Do you like skull fursuits? As I just ordered my base. I think they can be pretty rad. Yeah. Why not? Go for it. No, there was a person who was just spamming periods, but I deleted them, so you probably can't see them anymore. Alright, who's ready to have me glue this baby? When I woke up this morning, my house didn't have power. It wasn't turned back on for a few hours. I was sitting here with no power. Couldn't use my sewing machine. Couldn't use my hot glue gun. I couldn't really use my computer either because I had no Wi-Fi. It was great. My house didn't have heating because the thermostat was turned off. We're good now though. We're good. Favorite original species to make. Oh, why'd you delete it? Oh no, the spammer is back. Okay, hold on. Oops. Okay, there we go. I don't know. I don't know why you would spam a period. He sure showed me, didn't he? You keep saying toe instead of your. You call a period a full stop? Huh, I've never heard of that. That's kind of like how in other countries people call Z, Z. And I had never heard of that until I went to New Zealand. And I was very confused at why people were saying that. Kimono type suit? I haven't made one of those. I don't know if I would attempt to make one just because I really like that style and I don't feel like I would do it justice enough. I'd just rather leave it up to people who are good at that style. Kind of stitching. If you're a fursuiter. So if you're just like a fursuiter or like someone who has a fursuit and wants to know a basic stitch to do little repairs and stuff, I would say learn the blanket stitch or just a whip stitch is good. Those are two good ones just for little basic repairs. I'm not a fan of Zed. Oh, you say Zed in Canada? Interesting. I'm in Minnesota. How had I never heard that before? I'm so close to Canada. How long does it usually take you to sew the fursuit head fur? It depends upon how complex it is, but I'd say usually 1 or 2 days. Let me plug my hot glue gun in. Okay. I'm going to do a test fit to see how it goes. I also need to put the weights in the ears. Oh, whoa, what the heck's happening here? Why did my chat text just turn black? Now it's black on black. I can't see it. What program do you use to stream? I'm just using YouTube. It says go live, and I press go live, and then it does it for me. I'm really confused at why the chat text is black now. Okay, there we go. I got it. Opinion on making Mano Kit fursuit? Sure. Why not? You attach the fur and then the eyes. So, what I'm gonna do, I put the eyes in between, okay, in the middle. I'm gonna glue the front of the muzzle, and then I'm gonna glue the inside of the muzzle, and then start to glue the inside of the head. And I'm gonna glue the fabric down that goes in the eye socket. I'm gonna glue that down first, and then I'm gonna put in the eye, and then I'm gonna glue down the rest of the fur on the face. It's a little complicated, but I want the fabric on the inside of the inner eye socket. I need that glued down first, so then I can put the eye in. But I don't want to glue down the fur around the eye first, because it can be hard to put the eye in and not get glue on the fur around the eye socket. So I work around it. All right, though. I think this looks pretty good. Hopefully this works out. And I can start gluing this. Oh, the weights for the ears I need. Was making rays harder than normal, or was it easier than normal, or was it pretty average? I'd say it was harder than normal because I had to do some new things with the tail. Making it stick out straight was kind of a challenge that I had to work through, but I did it. All right. My signature weights, dimes. And now since you can't put hot glue on metal, because it's not going to stick, I just kind of enclose it in a little piece of fabric. And I'm going to put the glue around the coin. And then stick it on the tip. Now it'll stay in. So if all else fails, you know that at least your fursuit is worth a couple of cents. Do you have any inspiration from other fursuit makers? And if so, please tell. Yeah, I have tons of inspiration from like all of the other fursuit makers, pretty much. I'm a huge fan of everyone else, basically. If I could just buy suits from all the other fursuit makers, I definitely would. If I had all that extra money. Right now, the only other fursuit maker I have a suit from is Cyber, or Made for You. But I would love to get more. I should hopefully be getting a suit from Eno, or Telephone, or Sky Pro soon. We're doing a trade, so I'm really looking forward to that because I love her suits so much. How did you feel when you noticed that you were getting very popular? I don't think I'm very popular. And honestly, like, I have the same experience at fur cons and stuff like that as any normal person. I know I like, the other day I saw a Twitter post of someone getting angry that, like, the Poppy Furs were stealing the attention from them because they were, like, walking down the hall at a convention in their suit and like no one was saying anything to them or stopping them. But like it's the same for me. I don't get crazy attention. Where should I put art that I'm going to make of your Sona? You can tag me in it on Instagram or Twitter. Those are kind of it. Instagram or Twitter. If you tag me, I'll see it. What animal are you best at making besides doggos? See, I think the best thing I make is dogs because I just make so many of them. I have lots of practice making dogs, so I feel like I make some good dogs. Or maybe angel dragons? I guess my angel dragons are popular. I'm not open for commissions right now. All of my commission information is on my Twitter, like all the updates. are on Twitter. Right now I'm making a pre-made, so it actually doesn't have an owner. Thank you so much, Vitrexin? Vitrexin? I never say people's usernames because I can never put. Dude, there's this one snail suit, and they are adorable. They're like pastel, and they're just. I don't know their name. I wish I knew their name because they are adorable.